Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As we mentioned earlier, we're going to be talking about healthy diets during Ramadan fasting period. How can we eat healthy and how can we overcome the heat and drink enough water. And we will be talking and discussing healthy nutrition diets during Ramadan with our guest today, Dr. Nahla Bakri, nutrition expert. Good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning. Good morning, Dr. Nahla. And Ramadan this year, of course, is a little bit different and difficult as well, because this year is very hot. I don't know what's the reason, but it's very hot. So what's the right way to fast Ramadan, and what's the right food to eat?
It's very hot and very long, such a long day.
Yeah.
The best thing is to ensure that you get enough water and fluids as soon as you start breaking your fast, with a lot of water, and it better be at room temperature, and also juices that are not added sugar, just fresh juices, or the herbal drinks that we are used to drink in Egypt, like dome and karkadé and all that, also with very little sugar or no added sugar. Very important to start with the soup. Also, soup ensures that you get enough fluids, so you get the soup, you get some juices, so you get hydrated, and then we start by eating slowly, so our stomachs get ready to digest easily and not get a very bad headache or stomach ache, because if you eat too fast, it's going to be a problem.
Right, so these are the foods that we should eat and the drinks that we should drink. What about the food that we should avoid?
Foods that you should avoid are fried foods, number one. It's something that most Egyptians like in Ramadan, is like fried fritters and different type of fried meats. It's better to avoid fried foods because it has a lot of calories and also hydrogenated fats. The problem is hydrogenated fats. But other than that, if you...
So all types of fast food are prohibited?
Yes.
Types of fast food are not the best.
Yes, anything that contains preservatives or hydrogenated fat is very dangerous for your body, because your body really doesn't recognize that kind of poison. It's a kind of a toxin, and so it just inhibits the body to work properly, and it doesn't help your metabolic cycle, and then people get overweight, or even they can get diabetes or cancer because of that.
Some people do a little bit strange thing. Before dawn, before Adhan, at dawn, they used to drink a huge amount of water, many bottles, they say, because I don't want to feel thirsty during fasting the whole day in Ramadan. Is this right, or it's nothing?
It's the panic attack before the... Yeah. We all get that. I guess it's very normal. You have to do that because you know you're going to be fasting for a long time, and it's going to be hot, and you have a long day. So it's better to get hydrated. Yeah, as much as you can drink before Adhan, but not necessarily if you just leave quite a period between suhoor and drinking this massive amount of water, like at least an hour or so, because if you eat and then immediately drink a lot, that's going to upset your stomach, because it will dilute the gastric juices.
Right. Also, in relation to this, what's the amount of water that you should drink between iftar and suhoor until the fasting time?
It's always 2 to 3 liters of water, and in the summer 3 liters are recommended. If you can't for any reason drink that amount of water, you can the juices you drink or these herbal drinks that you drink from your water content, but not the caffeinated drinks. So you cannot consider tea or coffee or even green tea, because people think that green tea is a herbal drink. It's not caffeine. You cannot consider that from your water content, but you can consider soup and juices and water. All that has to be around the 3 liters. And also it's recommended that you eat your water. Try to choose fruits and vegetables that have a high water content, like watermelon or melon, and that helps also keep your body hydrated.
During the fasting time, we think of eating, and we think of the time of breaking the fast, and we have these dreams of eating a lamb when the Adhan starts to...
Yes.
But whenever we start drinking a cup of soup, that's it. It's enough.
Yes.
Why is that?
I'm happy you asked this question because there's a lot of benefits from fasting. The most important benefit from fasting is that your stomach shrinks in size, something we all dream of, and you know it's very hard to fulfill. So fasting naturally shrinks your stomach to its normal size, or at least it, so your appetite gets smaller. So you cannot really overstuff yourself. That's not good. You have to benefit from that by eating in a small plate. And even if you want to eat the lamb, eat just a quarter of the plate from the protein, and then a quarter from the carbohydrates, and then half of the plate fruits and vegetables, and eat very slowly. You will benefit from that. It will regulate your blood sugar, your hypertension, triglycerides, all the kind of stuff that's bothering us during the year. It's a very good opportunity to fix it this month and get it over with and start you know, a new fresh start, but avoiding kahk and all that stuff. You know, you could just finish this cleansing period and then go ahead and stuff yourself with all these cookies. You can take a little bit, but not too much.
Dates also is very important. It's very nutritious to start with the iftar. How do you think we should focus on dates?
Dates have a great nutritious value. It has lots of vitamins and minerals, and of course high sugar content. That's something your body needs as soon as you break the fast. Actually, I like the tradition of the dates with milk mix, because usually in Ramadan people forget to get their supply of calcium intake, which is supposed to be 2 cups a day. Could be milk, could be yogurt, could be rayib, or labna. These are the 4 options for your milk intake. So it's a good idea to mix things together. For instance, you can have banana with milk juice on iftar, so you'll get your milk in, and milk, and then you get your sugar in, also something very well needed.
Even labna is also very, I think, nutritious and rich with calcium, right?
Exactly.
Regarding sports, people who used to make exercise in the morning, during Ramadan, all these plans stops. So is this right way to stop exercising during Ramadan?
No, of course not. You should continue, but not. You can't do it in the morning because you have such a long day and a hot day. I recommend that people do their exercise right before iftar, and then 2 hours after iftar, twice. If they can,
but
like
be
break
dying
it
before iftar. The hour before iftar, they are dying.
That's what you really think. That's what you think. But you know, because they already have depleted all your glucose stores, so you dip in the stored fat, which is something also needed. So if you just do maybe half an hour before iftar, or even 15 minutes before iftar, and then 2 hours later you can walk for half an hour to an hour, you will benefit a lot.
Right. What about the people who smoke? Do you think they can benefit from fasting to reduce smoking or even quit smoking?
Yes, absolutely. One of the very important benefits of fasting is that it helps you get over an addiction. Addiction to anything. We're all addicted to something. Coffee, tea, smoke, whatever it is. And then when you're fasting, you feel the day so long because you're not wasting time eating or smoking, and so it's a very good opportunity if you want to quit smoking, to take it seriously during Ramadan, and you can actually be very successful.
Give us a quick recipe of a healthy food that we should start our iftar with.
My recommended recipe is that you start your you break your fast by drinking, for instance, unsweetened dome juice or karkade, and water and soup, and then you have a small plate, and you have your let's say grilled chicken or meat or fish, and then a little bit of firik. I don't like rice. I prefer firik because it has more fiber. Or if you don't like firik, you can have baladi bread, like half a loaf. And then you have different kinds of salads that it's appetizing salad, like a potato salad, a beet salad, green salad, Greek salad, any kind of salad, arugula salad. And then you have different types of colorful plates. Eat it slowly. And then later, if you want to have like some dessert, it could be 2 hours later. It could be something like khushef, which is very healthy because it's made out of dried fruit, unsweetened, of course. You don't add added sugar. It has enough sugar, and then you add nuts to it. And then later on suhoor, you also eat the yogurt and the fruits and maybe some granola and some honey if you want, and more water and juice. It would be very beneficial.
Dome, as you just mentioned, is one of the very nutritious things. You drink it in Ramadan. Would you tell us how nutritious it is?
A dome is it's a kind of a like a palm, one of the palm trees, like a date or a coconut, and
it grows in Egypt and Sudan, I guess.
It grows in Egypt, south of Egypt and Sudan. It has, of course, tons of fiber. If you eat dome, it's going to be even better than you drink it because you're going to benefit from the fiber, which cleanses your GI tract completely. And you can, people that get constipated a lot, it will also help them because it's tons of fiber. But even if you want to drink it, it still has a lot of vitamins and mineral, and it's kind of naturally sweet. If you get used to the taste without sugar, it's really nice. Very mild, sweet taste.
So it's healthy even when you eat it?
Yes, it's even healthier when you eat it. It's everything is always healthier in its natural form.
People nowadays are talking about the detox. What's the importance of the detox?
Importance of the detoxification is that it gets rid of all the toxins, which are poisons, that are stored in your fat cells or in your body, in your muscles sometimes, because of the stuff we eat that is wrong, and we inhale. Like we also inhale all the time in Egypt, unfortunately, something we cannot avoid, and it's all toxins that sits in our body. And so it's very beneficial that every once in a while you detoxify your body, or try as much as detoxify. Of course, the body has its natural system of detoxification while drinking water, and it comes out in the urine and so forth. But still, we have to do an extra effort in Egypt because of all the pollution and if you're eating a lot of junk food and colored foods and preservatives and all that, you have to increase your detoxification.
Okay.
Right, dear viewers, we're now going for a short break and we'll be right back.
يا محروميان يانا يا صايميان يانا يا محروميان يانا يا صايميان
انت ناسي ان عمامك جايين يفطروا ويانا يا راجل يا مات ابوس ايدك في ضيوف جايين
معذور يا اخوات انا صايم معذور يا اخوات انا صايم
وانت تكون مين هو انت لوحدك طب ما احنا كلنا صايمين كلنا صايمين
يا شوشو انت يا ست هانم الرحمة يا رب
في ايه تاني جرى ايه تاني
ريحة صوانم فحفاحة وجوزتليتا مشواحة ريحة صوانم فحفاحة وجوزتليتا مشواحة وبامية خضرا مسبكة وشوربة فيها مستيكة ريحة صوانم فحفاحة وجوزتليتا مشواحة ريحة صوانم فحفاحة وجوزتليتا مشواحة وبامية خضرا مسبكة وشوربة فيها مستيكة وفرخة رومي محمرة تسلم ايديك يا سكارة وفرخة رومي محمرة تسلم ايديك يا سكارة
الريحة دي ريحة الجيران ظابطين فطورهم على الأذان الريحة دي ريحة الجيران ظابطين فطورهم على الأذان
يا عالم يلي فوق يا عالم يلي تحت يا عالم يلي فوق يا عالم يلي تحت يا ناس ريحتكوا فايحة تلكوا مدخنة يا ناس الدنيا صايمة.
And still with you, Dr. Nahla, we actually ran out of time. We need a quick advice for people who are fasting Ramadan this year.
The best advice is that you eat in a small plate. You divide your plate into half of fruits and vegetables, quarter protein, quarter carbohydrates. Try to exchange all the carbohydrates into a dark carbohydrates like Aish Baladi or Farik, like I said before. Try to avoid fried foods as much as possible, and try to take all your sweets from natural fruits or dried fruits as much as possible. And exercise, of course.
Okay. And Dr. Nahla Bakri, nutrition expert, thank you very much for joining us,
Thank
and
you.
welcome once again to Breakfast Show.
And dear ladies and gentlemen, with this we wrap up this edition of the Breakfast Show. Don't forget to join us tomorrow, same time with a new crew.